Yo guys, and in this video I will be talking about Bitcoin that potentially can create another massive leg down today here, because today is the day of the Federal Reserve meeting, and today we're probably going to get a hike of 75 basis points, and I will be talking about what hike will be having a positive or what hike will be having a negative effect on this market, and how could we be trading, and how could we of course anticipate this next move here. As well, we'll be talking about basically the fear and greed index setting its lowest reading ever seen since August 2019. Together, of course, I will be talking about the realized loss getting formed in the market. Today, once again, we're forming an extreme big loss in the market. Basically, 2 days in a row where we're seeing extreme big losses getting generated in the market. This is, of course, really telling us a story right now. So this and much more will be getting discussed on today's video. So let's smash up the like button right now here, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump right away in towards the content. And let me start off, of course, first of all, we're talking about the 4-hourly time frame. So what we can clearly see here is that this drop off is basically starting to become less exponential. We're coming, of course, towards the 20k region. There's going to be a lot of buying going around here, and of course the panic selling will potentially as well start to be stopping around this level, because this is of course an extremely big level of support. And of course I'm talking about big level of support due to, first of all, that daily time frame. Of course, we do know previous all-time high of Bitcoin is for sure going to be providing a lot of support right now on the market, and you can clearly see we have been very close by retesting the previous all-time high. And if we do in this case going to be testing it, it's going to be a very interesting touch, to be very honest. But first of all, let me talk about the 4-hourly time frame, right? 4-hour time frame. Right now we have been not confirming anything yet here, but as soon as we do close this 4-hourly candle here in towards the green, we're going to confirm a bullish divergence on this 4-hour chart, because we're forming of course a higher low on the RSI, lower low in the price section, and that could be of course leading towards an imminent short-term bounce. However, like I talked about in the beginning of this video, today, in approximately, 10 hours from now on, once this video goes live, we're going to have the Federal Reserve FOMC meeting. Of course, as well, if you go on the channel right now here, you can find a stream I already scheduled here, and you should be pressing up your bell notification on that stream. I will also put the link in the description right now here, because in that stream, we're basically going to be live streaming the Federal Reserve meeting, and of course, then we are going to know exactly how big the rate hike it will be here, and of course, that will be having a massive effect on the market. So make sure to be here later today, because then we're going to be definitely see the volatility kick in towards this market. So yeah, the question is of course, is it going to be 75 basis points that of course they've been hinting us, or it's going to be 100? And of course, if it's going to be 100, the markets are definitely going to see more pain. Let's say it's going to be only 50 in this case, we're going to see a massive spike back towards the upside. So there's a lot of opportunities for very high volatility in the market right now, depending on what the Federal Reserve is going to be saying right here. So make sure that you are today going to be paying your maximum attention towards this market. And of course, all due to that, I will be already set up limit orders, because I personally think there could be some scam wicks on the lower side due to the FOMC meeting, because if we're going to get 75 basis points, what I personally think is going to be happening, because it's already priced in towards the market, because we already got the news out about that interest rate hike a little while ago. In case that is going to be happening, I personally think we could be seeing a scam wick towards the downside before recovering back up again. So the 4-hourly time frame right now maybe potentially forming a bullish divergence, not confirmed yet here, like I told you, but on the daily time frame, I have still set up more levels, more orders on the 19.8k all the way down towards $18,000. Basically, this region over here, the previous all-time high for Bitcoin, I am setting up levels around this level, around this range over here. And if we are going to potentially get the scam wick down here, my orders will be getting filled up, and I personally think there's going to be a lot of strong bounces getting formed from this region, because there's a lot of accumulation going around over here. So make sure to, of course, if you want to be trading or if you want to be setting up your limit orders already, to check out Bybit here in the link in the description. You will be also getting 0% maker fee if you're going to sign up with this link in the description. And of course, if you're signing up with no link at all in the description, you're getting not your 0% maker fee, and also you're getting only $400 in deposit bonus. So it's definitely a win-win if you do use the highest link in the description if you haven't already. More importantly as well, right now looking of course at the 200 weekly moving average on the daily time frame, you can clearly see we've been closing a candle below it right now here, but of course it's in the end of the day going to be important where the weekly candle is going to close. And in this case, basically, if we're looking at the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, we're still 4 days away before closing this weekly candle, and it's going to be just very crucial. We're going to be closing above that $22,000 where basically the 200 weekly moving average is trading at. So I'm going to keep all my eyes wide open on that level. level here. And of course, right now as well, I'm going to keep my eyes wide open as well on the RSI development, because yeah, right now, of course, on the daily time frame, we are extremely oversold. Usually, we tend to get an imminent short-term bounce due towards these oversold conditions. Yeah, if we're going to look at the weekly time frame, we've been talking about it several times before. We're right now at the most oversold level Bitcoin has ever traded around in its history since of its creation. So yeah, the opportunity is definitely very big for Bitcoin right now. You're buying Bitcoin at a place you have never actually been able to be buying Bitcoin. It's right now so oversold on the weekly time frame. It has been only falling, and that is why it is right now allowing us for a very cheap accumulation range here. So I am benefiting from this at the max here, and I'm going to be definitely make sure I'm going to be benefit from the lower prices, because together with this, we are currently seeing that the realized loss once again is spiking back up towards 4.1 billion yesterday. So the day before, we saw an approximately 4.7 billion US dollars getting realized in a loss, and yesterday we saw another 4.1 billion US dollars getting realized in loss. So more people selling their Bitcoins against the loss there, even though the price is holding up pretty well right now here. It is of course a pretty good signal to see here, because the more people that of course do sell against the loss, the longer the rally could be of course in towards the coming bull run, of course, because the more people that are actually selling their tokens against the loss here, the more likely they are going to be buying back higher. And of course, like we do know, not everyone can become crypto rich. At the same time, I personally today think there's going to be a massive liquidation. So I personally think there's going to be a massive market move. What we can currently see is that the funding rates are extremely negative. So it means that the majority of the people are right now trading short, and especially on these token margins. So if you're trading on inverse Bitcoin perpetual, you are of course paying an extremely high big fee for shorting this market right now. And of course, if you're longing the market, you're going to get paid. So that is also why I'm still looking at long positions, and that's also a reason why I personally think there could be of course a very good short squeeze to come later today. Also considering the altcoins, there is of course a majority of the leverage currently getting used to short this market, and that is why this opportunity is extremely big. And of course, sometimes it can take a little bit longer, but usually at the end of the day, those shorts are also going to get wiped out here. And if we're purely looking at the liquidation from the past 24 hours, we can currently see that 60% of all those liquidations are longs, so also 40% is short. So there are still a lot of liquidations from both sides here, but more importantly, we're seeing the funding rate being negative. We're seeing that everyone is shorting the market right now here, the majority of the traders. So this could be, of course, having a very positive effect here in towards the FOMC day, of course. So guys, yeah, this was already it for basically for today's update video. It was a very short one. There's not a lot of new stuff to right now talk about. I am going to keep my eyes wide open on the 4-hour chart right here. That could be potentially confirm this bullish divergence, and that could be, of course, a very good signal for us to maybe potentially look at higher levels once again on the market. However, I will be remain very cautious until the end of the day here, because that is going to be the most important part. The Federal Reserve meeting is going to be telling us everything about how we're going to look in towards next week, and of course as well basically in towards the next coming months here. So guys, make sure to smash up the like button if you did enjoy this video, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace out.